This is the Huanuo dual monitor mount, and it is pretty cool, I gotta say. Look, I've been using monitor mounts for a long time, and this is probably one of the most adjustable, flexible dual monitor mounts that can support 13 to 35-inch monitors. And I kind of came up with a pretty creative use for them and a config. Well, let's just get into this video. I'm gonna show you how to install this thing. This dual monitor mount is the HNDS7.
So everything was very well packaged inside the box, which is nice to see in monitor mounts. And the instructions were pretty straightforward. There was a couple of steps that seemed like they could have been more detailed, but easy enough to figure out. Be sure to put these USB cables in. It is nice that you have these two USB 3.0 extension cables included, and those go inserted into the bottom of the clamp before you put it onto the desk. Once you've got those in there, you can go ahead and adjust it to the height of the desk, and this thing will take a very, very thick desk or a thin one, and they give you some additional instructions on how to mount it depending on the desk thickness. Then you can insert the arms. I did have to put a little bit of force into these, but they do go on. You can adjust with the Allen wrench the tightness of them so that they can swivel more or less. And then once you do that, you can then put on the monitor plate mounts. Those went in fairly easily. It took a little bit of force, but I got them to go in there, and then you just insert this screw in there. And then I inserted the monitors. I'm just using a couple of Samsung monitors that I had lying around here for this setup, and you just put the 4 screws in the back. They do include some additional spacers depending on your monitor screw depths. And then once I got it on, this is the first time I got to actually really adjust them and adjust the gas springs. Now these have gas springs in them, which is extremely important because they're highly adjustable. And once you get them balanced out properly based on the weight of your monitor, you can really move these into any position you want and they just stay there. So depending on your monitor weight, you're gonna have to adjust these to the proper tension, but once you've got those gas springs adjusted, it is a beautiful thing. And here I'm just kind of messing around with different configurations. And then I had this idea, what if I put my Alienware gaming monitor in between these? Because I was initially thinking that I just use the monitor side by side, but this kind of created, whoa, wait, what's this? What's this, right?
No!
Yeah, I definitely had to fix that there. But that's the cool thing. You can really adjust these very precisely down to the millimeter and they just stay. They've also got cable management built in. The top one is a little bit interesting because it has a set screw in it. So you do have to get a Phillips head screwdriver out to be able to take the cable management plate out. But in some cases it's nice because that's one that usually pops off in a lot of other monitor mounts, and then the bottom one, you don't need a screw. You just can clip it in right like that. And once you have it all assembled and installed with your monitors, this is kind of how it should look. And look how wide these things can space out. So I've got this 27-inch gaming monitor in the middle, and I'm able to position these other two 27-inch monitors vertically on either side of them. And it creates this really kind of cool floating effect because it makes it look like the Alienware has 2 additional monitors attached to it. You don't even see the mount behind it, which I just thought was a cool effect.
Be sure to check the links in the description of the video. It absolutely supports my channel, and I appreciate each and every single one of you that leaves comments and uses my links.
This dual monitor mount supports monitor sizes from 13 inches to 35 inches with a max weight of 26.4 pounds. You can move these monitors around however you want to. You can see there the Alienware in the middle has just a height adjustment, so it's easy for me to height adjust it, but I can also then move the 2 side monitors precisely how I want them to be based on how I have my main monitor set up. So this gives me a ton of options and variables and quickly do it without having to pull out an Allen wrench or anything else to adjust them. So depending on whether I'm sitting or standing, this happens to be a sit-stand desk, I can then adjust the monitors on the fly. And then I could even bring them up on top of my primary monitor if I wanted to stack them side by side on top like this. Previously, I've been using a Humanscale 3 monitor mount, and while it's good and very well made, it is not very flexible. In fact, once I have them set in that position, I'm kind of stuck with them in that position. I can slide them side to side a little bit, but nothing to the extent that I can do with the Huanuo monitor mounts. These are just so flexible and give you so many variety of options to position it. Not to mention they're about 3 times less than the cost of the Humanscale monitor mounts. So that's kind of what really drew me to these things, because I love sleek, stylish designs, but at the end of the day, functionality to me is the most important. And these just have so much functionality, so much variability, and ease of use when it comes to positioning them around in different configurations and even doing it on the fly. So sometimes when I'm standing, I want them configured one way, and then when I'm sitting, I can easily adjust them and configure them into a different position. They feel very sturdy, very well made, and the components just really feel like they're gonna last. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this dual monitor arm? Is it something you would install in your desk?
If you guys are liking this kind of content, please leave me a comment down below. What type of technology do you want me to check out next? Is it ManShed approved? We'll find out.